I'd like to call the City of Apache Junction City Council meeting of June 3rd, 2025 to order and ask everyone to put their cell phones on silent. The invocation will be led by Councilman Heck and the pledge by Councilmember Nesser.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege and freedom we have of being able to gather together this evening to discuss city business. We ask that you give the staff and council wisdom and clarity in their decision-making. Keep us mindful that we serve the residents of this city. We ask you to watch over the men and women who serve in our military the world over. Keep them safe in these troubling and turbulent times. We ask also for your blessing on our first responders, including our police and fire departments, along with our EMS personnel. Please keep these brave men and women safe in their duties to protect and care for the residents of this city. We come before you this evening with heavy hearts as we deal with one of our police officers being severely wounded while in the line of duty. We know Officer Fazio's injuries are severe, but we ask if it be your will that he recover from these injuries. We ask also for comfort and strength for the family of Officer Fazio as they come to terms with his current condition. We ask also that you give our police officers and command staff strength to carry on, knowing that one of their own is in critical condition. We are thankful that this community will rally around this officer and his family to provide support and comfort. Thank you for the honor and privilege we have to serve the residents of this city. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Mayor?
Yes.
I'd like to take this moment to have a moment of silence for Officer Fazio and his family. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Wilson,
Here.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Present.
Councilmember Cross,
Here.
Councilmember Heck,
Here.
Councilmember Johnson,
Here.
Councilmember Nesser,
Present.
Councilmember Solar.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. As a reminder, all items in the consent agenda will be approved with one motion. If a council member wishes to remove an item for further discussion, the request will be made prior to approving the consent agenda and will be moved to new business. Do I have a motion?
Mayor,
Yes.
I move that the consent agenda be accepted as presented and that item number 9 be continued to a work session on June 16th, 2025, and that item be titled to allow developer representatives to speak at that work session.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Solar,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
and Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Awards and present proclamations. Presenting a 45-year award to Keith Bedwell. Ted. There you are.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Today I would like to announce the retirement of Keith Bedwell. Keith Bedwell's been an employee for the City of Apache Junction since June 2nd, 1980, just 2 years after the city became a city. He came in as an assistant laborer back when the Public Works Department had a total of 8 people. He worked there he worked himself up to an operator, and then in the mid to late 80s, he became a mechanic. Once a mechanic, he worked himself up to the senior mechanic. He's been a very good employee, good to be around. For the last several years, he's been tasked to maintain mostly the light vehicles, so white iron as we call it. So you're talking pickup trucks, police cars, vehicles that we all drive. That's what he's been focusing his attention on. He's also been our second in charge there in the Fleet Division of Public Works, and we wish him a well-earned retirement. His friends and family are here, his daughters and sons, and his wife, and he's been a resident here in Apache Junction for most of his life. It's kind of funny to think about, 45 years. His only other job he's ever had was mowing his neighbor's yard. Other than that, he's been an employee here at Public Works the entire time. And with that, Bryant, would you like to?
Keith Ryder, come on up.
Come on down.
Let's give him a hand, yeah. Everyone, this is Keith Bedwell, our longest standing tenure employee in the city. Been here forever. Yeah, 45 years. And on behalf of a very grateful city manager, we're grateful to have employees like Keith to be able to be a part of our team and to be a part of us since the pretty much very beginning. My guess is if you were to look at not just the local city government, he's the longest tenure, but through the Arizona State retirement system, he may be one of the longest tenures and tenured public servant in the entire state of Arizona. It's really remarkable. So thank you for this is just Keith, just lots of love from the city. We love you. 45 years of service. I'm going to give you a minute if you wanted to say something. We'd love to hear from you.
45 years. Wow, now I'm starting to feel old. Thank you for taking this time and doing the recognition that you are. And the only other thing is, it's been a hoot. It's been a hoot. Thank you.
Good, he's good. Good job, that's a good thing. When you love your job, it's not work.
That's right, it's not work. That's the biggest thing I regretted about retiring.
Yep.
I had to leave a job that I like to go to.
Oh, absolutely.
Smile, Robert.
I have
Come on down here. 45, I don't qualify.
That's my wife Berta, my daughter Danielle, her husband James, and my boy that just like bounced out of the seat. You want to introduce your wife since you're standing up? Julie.
Well, why don't you come up and get a picture?
Come on, come on.
Come on up, get a picture with him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's your last chance.
City manager has spoken.
Let you know.
It's a long time.
You were just a little teeny kid. Hey, I was still young. 45 years ago. I was only 32.
It's a lot of years, man. That's all of a sudden.
Just because your car is retired, doesn't mean you're going to need.
Actually, I need some shock work.
No.
Let me see, those are air shocks and they were replaced it. Probably in their lifetime.
Give me the records.
I get that.
Okay. Presentation of certificates of graduates for the 2025 Citizen Leadership Class. Jenny.
Thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, City Council members. Do you mind if we change the next slide? Thank you. So I'm Gina Scorza, Public Information Officer, and I have the honor tonight to introduce you to the 2025 Citizen Leadership Institute class. Before I start, I want to give a sincere thank you to our city staff who took time out of their evening to meet with our CLI class and to talk to them about the work that their department or their office does for the city. You can really tell through their presentations and their conversations with our participants that they're really passionate about the work they do here and the community that they serve. For people in the audience who are unaware of the program, it's an annual program that the city runs for residents and people who work and volunteer within the city. It's designed to get community members to engage with our city staff and to learn about their local government. And a lot of people use it as a stepping stone to join a board and commission, empowers them to be community leaders, or just simply learn about what's going on in their city. So, so this is the first time I facilitated the program, and I couldn't have asked for a better class. They were very inquisitive, they're very engaging with our staff, and I guarantee you that you will see their faces again. So tonight, if the mayor wants to step up, I will call everyone up individually, and then we'll take a group photo with the mayor and city council members. So Aaron McDermott. Just say yes. Angela Davis. Ann Ellis. Anthony Doan. Brian Matlock. Brittany Decker. Christine Reynolds, she's not here today, but I wanted to say her name. Dawn McCollum. Esther McGrath. Heidi Geldis. Jeffrey Palladino. Joseph Van Wagenen. Julia Morales. Lori Medina. Marilyn Evans. I don't think he's here, but Matthew Gret. Sierra Fessler. And Trina Harrison.
People in the front.
Have to do two rows. Two rows.
Squeeze in.
Can you see right there?
Yeah, if I can see them, they can see me. Yep. Close enough.
Good job, Gina.
Congratulations.
That was a good class. Outstanding. One of the best classes. The best class. What are you talking about?
A lot of them.
That was a great class.
Got election coming up next year.
Now they run out.
They want to learn. Half? Only 3.
Okay. Regional intergovernmental meeting updates from the council.
Mayor,
Yes.
I attended Monday with a couple of our AJ commander and a lieutenant, the Global Ties for Arizona. And basically what that is, it's a group that brings people from 72 different countries. They bring them over to America, and they stop at different cities and counties and state and talk to the police department and other groups. And they were really impressed with AJ, and they asked me if we'd be willing to host one of their events. Basically, it's you have a room, and you give them a room, they bring these people in, and you have people come down and meet and greet, and it's just a chance to talk to them. The people they had this time were all internet crime specialists and for Interpol from different countries. So it was really kind of interesting to hear how they do that, and they work with America to try to stop the internet crimes. So it was kind of interesting. So that was something I'm going to talk to the chief about, maybe getting together and maybe getting them to come out to AJ one of these times.
Yes.
Did you want to go? Okay. Yes, thank you. On May 26th, we recognized Memorial Day and honored our fallen soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice to preserve our freedom. The event was held at the Mountain View Funeral Home and Cemetery. Apache Junction was well represented. Mayor Wilson was one of the keynote speakers, while the VFW posts 9399 and 7968 in Apache Junction presented wreaths to honor the fallen. American Legion Post 27 and the AJ Mounted Rangers, also from Apache Junction, likewise presented wreaths. The mounted unit of the AJ Mounted Rangers was present to present the colors. Apache Junction was an integral to this event, knowing that we honor our veterans as well as those in the military who fought and died in wartime to preserve our freedom. We are exceedingly grateful for the sacrifice made by these soldiers, and we pray for the families of these fallen heroes. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. Yes, I did do the presentation at Memorial Day, and I think there's a picture of me standing, speaking in the aspect, and of course, there's the Mounted Rangers behind holding the flags. It's unique in the aspect is that, you know, it's an opportunity to, you know, I'm going to say celebrate all our fallen, you know, no matter whether it was in a war situation or not, you know, they are out there protecting our freedoms. And it was something I expressed in the aspect on it, that's something that we are recognizing them and their families. I also had a meeting in Superior this past week, and it came at the same time that there was movement on the resolution copper going forward, and it's something that it was something that we here in Apache Junction are going to see, I'll say, a lot of support, housing and everything. One of the things I learned when I was in Superior is with the Superior being strictly a town that draws water from the ground, and the way the water rules are, they are limited to just 3 more homes that can be built in the community of Superior. And so they're going to have, I would say, a lot of housing problems that they're not going to be able to fulfill, which is going to carry forward to our area in being close by. And it is something that that's really, we're being faced with it as well in a certain way. Part of our community is, but part of it is not. But it just depends on the people that are supplying the water. Arizona Water is going to have some difficulty now assuring a 100-year water supply. And whereas the Apache Junction Water District, we have secured enough water that we have that available to give a developer a 100-year water supply. And so that's two of the things that I did this weekend. And then also we went into the police department's, I'll say, simulation of a shooting in the aspect on it and how they respond to situations. And we all had the opportunity to go in and play little games with the video around. And it was I'm going to say unique in the aspect on it. I tried hitting the targets and found out that I'm not very good at that for some of it. Yeah, but it was something that was unique in the aspect on it. But we all had the opportunity to see I'll say, training aspects for our police department's aspects on it. Okay. City Manager's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. Brian Powell, City Manager. I'm having Matt's going through all the different slides. Maybe go a little slower so you can see some of the different trainings. It's a really unique experience, three-dimensional, or it's not three-dimensional. It's like 270 or some degrees. 300 degrees. You can see all
That's
the way
when I
across.
missed the target.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I have to admit, my friends, when I told them that I did this, they said, did you actually plan on shooting anybody? I said, no, I actually talked my way out. I actually didn't have-
She
I
was a
did not. I
great,
got the guy to
great
stand
negotiator. She rocked it.
Your Honor, I'll just add a couple other things. Thanking Gina for her first time staff member working us through the CLI this year, and just a wonderful, wonderful experience in this group. The candidates, our residents who participated learned so much, and they're such a great class. And then I also wanted to bring up tonight Chief Michael Pulley to be able to provide a summary of what's on our hearts and our minds at this time. And so, Chief Pulley, can I turn the time over to you now?
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. Michael Pulley, I'm the Chief of Police out here in our wonderful city of Apache Junction. As you know, yesterday one of our officers was shot in the line of duty. Officer Gabriel Facio. He is a almost 4-year veteran of our department. He is a very cherished member of our department and is loved deeply by our department and people in our community. Just to recap, our officers responded to a road rage situation yesterday morning where there was an individual that was brandishing a handgun. When our officers located that vehicle, they attempted to stop it and had compliance at first. The driver of the vehicle, who's identified as Roger Nunez, Apache Junction resident, lived in the new area down south, got out of the vehicle with a handgun, and we did everything we could to get him to comply. It got to a point where he did pull that gun out, and it was a 1 in a million or 1 in a billion shot from about 60, possibly 70 yards away, and struck Officer Facio in the face. He was taken to Banner Goldfield Hospital, where he was in extremely critical condition. He is still fighting for his life tonight. He was transported to another hospital, level 1 trauma hospital, where he is there. I've met personally with his family. They're devastated and heartbroken, just like all of us. Officer Facio is in our prayers. We ask that anybody who can to pray and have positive thoughts about him. We're hoping for a miracle, and we will keep everybody updated. But our hearts are heavy tonight, and we're still out there taking care of the city. That is the one thing that our officers, everybody is pitching in. We've had a lot of support from surrounding agencies and around the valley that have been assisting us. The Mesa Police Department took the primary on the investigation Suspect is in custody. Officers did fire back at him and shot him, and he is alive. He's in the hospital, and he's going to be facing several charges. And as the day goes on, the next couple of days, we'll keep everybody updated on what's going on. But on behalf of the men and women of the Apache Junction Police Department, I want to thank each of you for your support. I want to thank the community for the support. I've cried my eyes out the last 24 hours, and I'm sure there'll be more tears to come. But thank you, and we appreciate you all. Any questions?
Any questions for Chief at this time?
So during your conference, you're saying aggravated assault. I mean, can we whip this scumbag with something heavier than that?
There will be multiple counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement officers. That's a pretty hefty penalty. Speaking with our county attorney, Brad Miller, he is committed to prosecuting to the fullest extent of the law.
Your Honor, we do not have any other announcement of current events. This is heavy on our hearts and our minds, and we hope that everyone will continue to have positive thoughts and prayers for the family as our hearts are with them at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will all express that in our prayers in the aspect on it. And I just want to reiterate that we want to see a positive outcome on this, and it's something we all hope for and pray for. And we'll keep informed. Thank you. Okay. Current events. Anyone?
No, we don't have anything else.
Nothing? Okay. Consideration the application for a new Series 9 liquor store license for Lucky Bob's Liquor. Abby.
An application for a Series 9 liquor store liquor license has been submitted by Sarah Murtala Mulchandani for Lucky Bob's Liquor, and this is located at 431 West Apache Trail. The Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses received their application on April 24th, and the clerk's office received our application the same day. A notice of public hearing was posted at the establishment on May 6th to comply with state law requirements. The applicant was notified by a first-class letter and an email of the public hearing, and she is here tonight if you have any questions. Correspondence from our 4 safety departments, which is Police Department, Building and Safety, Planning and Zoning, and the Superstition Fire and Medical, all submitted a recommendation for approval. And with that, I can answer any questions, or you can call on the applicant.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm presuming this liquor license is just because the owner had passed away and it's just a change in
Correct.
name? It's
Yes.
not anything else?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Anyone else? Does the applicant want to say anything? Guess not. Okay. Any further discussion from the council? I will now open the public hearing, and there's a 5-minute time limit with a 1-minute warning that you will hear. Please state your name and address for the record. Anyone want to speak on this? I see all kinds of movement here. Okay. I will now close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that the application for a new Series 9 liquor store liquor license for Lucky Bob's Liquor located at 431 West Apache Trail, Apache Junction, Arizona, be recommended to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control for approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Nesser?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Cross?
Yes.
Councilmember Heck?
Yes.
Councilmember Solar?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder?
Yes.
Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Well, we got a heavy meeting tonight. Go through the next one. We're now to the call to the public. I would like to remind everyone the call of the public is a courtesy and not required by law. It's a time for the public to express requests, communications, comments, and suggestions. The request to speak forms must have been completed and handled into the city clerk before the end of the city manager's report. All issues shall be presented in a professional manner without personal attacks. Underneath the open meeting law, council cannot engage in a discussion on the issues presented, or may respond to criticism, may direct staff to follow up with the speaker directly, or place this matter on a future agenda for council discussion. There is a 3-minute time limit for each speaker. And I've got a few here. Mo, would you like to start us off?
Mahmood Mohyuddin, call me Mo, council and the city officials. I was gone for about a month. When I got back, there was a nice surprise. And there's a project going on for Event Center. Sydney helped quite a bit on that one. And German name is Nick. He went out of the way to help and sending out the neighborhood letters and scheduled planning and zoning commission meetings and all that. So I was very pleased how this department is working. And a couple of architects mentioned to me they are not getting the job done, this and that. They're all their fault. They are not providing the paperwork where the city required, and they are not updating the system the right way, and they're blaming on the city. And I want to thank you for the council to working closely with the departments and especially the city manager, helping the community to grow and do it and better. The second thing I want to mention is we have this roundabout, and I drive all the time. You guys drive all the time over there. Every time the schools go out, we have a problem. Somebody drive over it, rocks all over the place, signs are hanging upside down, and the other signs going this direction is already broken. Maybe the we can, city, I hope the city has a budget or something, maybe council can look into it. Maybe we can install the cameras over there, we can catch those people. Happened last 2-3 years in a row. And see if we can catch those people to keep our town pretty and all that stuff. One more thing I want to mention, beautify the town. If we can set up something with the people when they are building the big homes and apartments and all that stuff, maybe we can request them that if they can have some kind of statue, the horse or bull or something to present the Apache Junction, or they have a flag or something to fly up over there, make look town better when people come from out of the town, out of the cities or other state and country, they see our town looks pretty good, and then Superstition Mountain as we have. That's all. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Scene Lake.
Good evening, Mayor Sean Lake here on behalf, or call to the public. I was here last night, you probably remember. I want to just get up and thank you for the opportunity to speak. Call to public, I'll be quick. I'm not Jim Jordan, but I can try to speak as fast as possible. I'm here, and hopefully we can set up, I talked with staff, we're going to set up a meeting in a couple of weeks so we can have a dialogue about this property at Southern and Meridian that was discussed at study session. But Mr. Michael Thesman owns that property. Mr. Thesman is a mobile home community developer. He has 5 communities here in the East Valley, Las Palmas Grand, Las Palmas, Palmas del Sol, Sunrise Village, and Palmas del Sol East. He has several, I think 5 communities in other states around. That's what he does for a living. We worked with the city of Apache Junction to entitle the property for a mobile home park many years ago and entered into a development agreement and a settlement agreement that specifically addressed drainage issues. This property has some drainage issues that has history, and I'm not going to go into it, but the development agreement discussed that settlement agreement with the city in that drainage agreement that we both still believe is active. Mr. Thesman has had several issues over the years. Since 2009, there wasn't a lot of development going on, so it's not that he just waited and all of a sudden wants more time. There's been a lot that's transpired Obviously, the economy has transpired. He had some issues with the family, where they had to settle some issues with the family estate. But about 2 years ago, we met with the mayor and several city staff and approached us because we had been continuously approached by the city to develop for single-family homes. And we finally said, okay, if we're going to pursue this and do single-family homes on this property, we want some assurances and that comfort that the city's going to work with us. We put KB Homes under contract to purchase the entire property. We started working with the city feverishly to try to resolve it, and it came down to some drainage issues on this property. In that development agreement, there's 3,300 CFS. That's a lot of water that comes to the northeast corner. We, as the property owner, are responsible for 761 CFS. We have a 30-foot drainage channel that will run down Southern and run down Meridian, and then will go under Meridian to the land to the east. The city is responsible for 2,500 CFS. Where that water is going to go, how it's going to be conveyed, and where it's going to end up, we're still trying to get answers to. So that's what we hope to have some discussion on. We think that added to it. Mayor, I'm not as fast as Jim Jordan, so I had a lot more to talk about, but hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Got time?
Oh, I got 19 seconds. My bad. Geez, I closed before I should have. We had KB in contract. We think we can get a home builder in contract to do this project. We have confidence with the water provider that we can get something done in the next couple of years. That's what we want to do, but we also have to protect our rights. Because if Arizona Water is 10 years away, we have to have the ability to be able to go back and do something else. And so that's what we want to work with you. Please work with us. Let's get an extension to this, and let's try to work this out in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me, Meek.
Almost got it.
I had my glasses off. Andre, I apologize.
No, we appreciate it, man. Good evening, Andre Meek here, 1327 South Bel Air Road at AJ. Mr. Mayor, Council, I'd like to bring up, hang on one sec. House Bill 2753 that mandates that municipal water providers replenish 100% of the groundwater they use. And the governor just signed this into law. And my question is, where do you get 100% of the water you take out? It's going to be wastewater. Wastewater is just that. You know, there's the microplastics in it. There's the drugs that can't be removed. There's all that. And they want it put back into the aquifer. So, you know, I can't see polluting our aquifer like that without a lot more treatment, you know, but apparently that type of treatment that would remove that stuff would, you know, you pretty much got to use a still, you know, distill it to get all the stuff out, and which would be highly expensive. But it's, you know, I'm just bringing it up that, you know, the mayor, or not the mayor, excuse me, the governor, where's her head? You know, that's our clean water. And, you know, I can see using wastewater for irrigation to a certain extent, because you still run into, if you're using it for irrigation, you're putting all that stuff right into your ground. You know, at a level, if you water your lawn with it, kids roll around in it, your dog rolls around in it, picks it up. So, you know, that's my big thing right now. So, leave it at that. Thank you.
Donna Carr.
Donna Carr, Apache Junction resident. First, I was thinking about how you said, well, Apache Junction needs to get bigger because we need more revenue. But if we didn't get bigger, we didn't need more revenue. And then you said we had enough water to last 100 years. But wait, now we got to use reclaimed, treated, and filtered sewer water to come out people's faucets, which I'm opposed to. Then we got Resolution Copper. I'm also opposed to them, considering they're down 1.3 miles into a deep aquifer of water and they plan on dumping that water, the wells up there are going to go dry. And on top of that, you got Tonto, who is willing to lease 9,000 acres to a solar company out of California, out by Florence Junction. But Tonto's not willing to budge on giving up land for Superior to get any bigger. So I look at that, I mean, there's a lot of things that's pretty screwed up. And then the guy that came up here, he's worked for 45 years, and I'm thinking, man, I made it a whole 4 hours at a convenience store one time. I just couldn't handle the job. I couldn't handle dealing with the people. So I decided to do my own business. But anyway, thanks for your time. Hopefully you guys think about using that reclaimed water that you want to push forward with doing it. Because just like he said, you can't get out the forever chemicals, first off. You can't get out the medications. And if people are taking hormones and that's in the water and everybody wants to grow boobs, you got kids that are going through puberty already at such a young age. I'm talking like 9, 10 years old. That's crazy. So I don't think you belong putting it out until you have the technology to do it. And I don't know, I think our governor's wrong too, besides.
Council have any comments? All right, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.